Hey people, Infantry here, 3v3, Argent Shelf Redux, blue team. Swift with a Lord General fighting ranged combat begins with a retinue of Stormtroopers going to also add to the retinue really strong defense and support. Alongside Torpid is a Force Commander, very good offense, fights in melee combat, can also tank, disrupt and support. We have the Black Templars recolored. Riding off the blue team, DarkHero is a Plague Champion, starts off in ranged combat with a damage of a time bolt gun, can get melee weapons, some strong utility and support, can heal and repair. Red team, Shoulder Mount is a Lictor Alpha, a melee specialist, going to infiltrate and disrupt, some powerful offense and a bit of support. Alongside Adila with a Warlock, a melee spellcaster that can leap into combat, some powerful disruption and support. The lead on Elite Mod these days keeps it all ticking. And rounding off the teams is AssMan, also known as Hunter, as a Warboss, a melee hero that can walk through objects, very good offense, disruption and support from the front lines. Tusks, big old metal jaw, you know the fella. What's going on west side? Lord General's been knocked over. Lictor Alpha's hungry. Termagant's taking shots. Where's the other unit? Where's the other Termagant brood? Oh, they're grabbing that power. That's the pro move. If you start southwest on this map, always go for that power first, I say. Try and node it. Lord General flees with only himself remaining. Got the right letters home now, buddy. And the sergeanted up guardsmen flee. In the mid, kicking off. Got some Nurgle worship. Plague Champion is forced to retreat. I guess he capped the power there. Torpid's Force Commander might go down. I think maybe they have enough hit points. Perhaps saved there by the Doom Blast on the Heretics. Maybe. Destructor flies out on the others. These guys now have an aspiring champion who's a Chaos Marine with a chainsaw, knows how to use it. Sluggers run away. And they did have their burners up too. Those Heretics are, wow, barely going to get away. The Nurgle worship might have saved them there. Still Tactical Marines in play, still Chaos Space Marines in play, but there's also double shooters and double Dire Avengers. Yeah, I don't think it's worth leaving your heavy cover here to tie up two of them in melee, because the other two are going to shoot you. Still got some Heretics here that can worship and stuff, or just stand around. Oh, that was triple Dire Avengers from Adila actually. These fellas with a grenade ready. It's dodged by DarkHero, but he did force him out of cover for a few seconds. Going to drop a model here, I think. Was the retreat soon enough? There is some Nurgle worship as they run away, and it seems to be enough. Plague Champions back out here into the heavy cover. More Nurgle worship, and they have grinded them down and forced them off. The Dire Avengers anyway. Still double shooters here. They've stolen the power. West side, meanwhile, is red. Got some Catechins up for Swift to try and combat these Tyranids. There is the theory, of course, that Catechin Devils, the animal, on Catechin is like a lost Tyranid bioform that's turned feral, which I think is a pretty cool theory. There's a Breath of Nurgle heal on the Tactical Marines. They don't smell too good anymore. You've got some Nurgly worship. Heretics with an aspiring champion kind of milling around. I think I'd go grenade launchers on the others, but they wanted to spend their power on some Havocs here quickly. Any power spent by Torpid yet? Oh, got some Assault Marines. There you go. There's your power spent. 45 power for these guys these days. And Chainsword and Storm Shield up. Counter all of the Daka and all of the Pew Pew. Double Rangers after the triple Dire Avengers for Adila. And we have the Enhanced Custom Shooter on the Warboss. Could be used to shut down one of those heroes, of course. Or just disrupt an Assault Marine or something and mess up their pathing a bit. Catechins running in there with the move from the grenade launchers. There's their grenade launcher of their own, knocking back those Orks. But here comes a Warrior Brood and some Hormagaunts in there too, to try and step on this assist from Swift. They are capping the west side as this goes down. Warrior Brood get away safely. Ish. Here comes the Lictor Alpha being all sneaky like. Flesh hook on a Tactical Marine. No war gear for that guy yet. Warlock has the Immolator Blade. And maybe gets away. Oh wow, does get away. I think there was some suppression from the looters there maybe, or was it aiming what's that? Nope, it wasn't aiming what's that, because they don't have the big shooters yet. Defend is going. Gives some suppression immunity and a big damage resistance to ranged fire. It really is a substantial area of effect buff. Just, it speaks to how good the Force Commander's weapon choices are. That you don't see this chainsword like more often in team games. Because if you're in a place where it's 2v2 fighting such as this, providing a huge benefit to you and your ally. Torpid, go for some power bashing with 4D Emperor up on those tactical marines. Burrow strike from the Ravenous, setting up a little Hormagaunt push, but there's double Catechins here for Swift. They can now, oh, they've already got the west side already, maybe they can push the power here. Swift is trying to get back to this side. Improvised explosives are triggered it a little bit late there, I think. Do you not get red when you kill stuff with that? I didn't see any red pop up. Something must have died. Red team have noted this power too. Retreat from the double Catechins. Those guys, oh, they can't really turn around and do much. Not much in melee there. Have you bashed the power, Torpid? It's still going. They got 2 of the gens. Force Commander is down. And these guys, oh, they're dropping Marines. Tried to finish the power bash. Almost got it. Was supported by the Havocs, but it wasn't quite enough to stop that little burst of damage coming in. What are these grenade launchers I'm seeing? Is it you guys? It is you guys. There's a grenade barrage. I'm not sure if they actually do damage, those disruptive grenades. But the disruption is more than good enough. It's a really cool ability to have. Disrupt things from long range. Not quite as quick as the Catechin's grenade launcher barrage thing, which is like instantaneous almost, the way it flies across the screen. Lictor Alpha gets the decap on his power, his double Catechins though. Hormagaunt Brood didn't quite reinforce. Warriors are here to provide some synapse. That'll be a basic synapse in tier 1, providing some defensive bonuses to suppression resistance and damage resistance. But you do have that walking bomb on those synapse creatures. Orks pushing up the eastern side now. Burners are in the hands of the sluggers, and they know how to burn stuff, namely generators. Should make pretty quick work of it, but the Havocs, oh, they're not coming out in time. I was going to say the Havoc should be able to shut it down, but maybe not. They have the grenades. Might be able to disrupt all of these if they position it just right with some domino knockback and stuff. Didn't use it. Didn't use the barrage there. Looters are in play, backed up by double rangers. That's going to be a lot of Daka, and they don't have the support of the Force Commander here. There's the barrage. Kind of blundered into that a little bit, DarkHero. Once they saw that the Eldar was there, I think they should have been a little bit more cautious. They're out of cover here. They are supported by the Havocs. There's the suppression, but the Warboss gets in. Breath of Noble heal from DarkHero's Blade Champion. Looks like Torpid is pushing over here. Oh, that's Swift. Where's Torpid stuff? Oh, it's in the mid. Fighting some Eldar stuff. Assault Squad took a bunch of damage, but if we might be able to get a good flank on the Orks here. And the Eldar stuff that's here too. Sluggers turn looking for a fight, but they are quite low. They found some tactical marines though in retreat. Grenade attempted by Adila. Decently timed, but couldn't quite hit it flush. Did get them down to 1 model though. Sluggers still on the warpath. They need to run away here. Oh, they're lucky that Torpid didn't spot them. Oh, but they have spotted them with the scouts. Grenade comes in, and I think the Slugger purchase saved those guys, because that was a pretty good grenade. If the Assault Squad turned on them in that second, they might have finished them off. Catechins in retreat path. In fact, double Catechins in retreat path. Didn't melee the Rangers for some reason, but they shot some stuff. Did they get a power bash or something? I'm not sure what they were doing over here. Lord General is in play with the medical sergeant who can hand out medical packs. He can't use them himself though, which is weird. Another improvised explosive over here. 413 to 306 as the players start to think about tier 2 build orders. We have Plague Marines up already for DarkHero. Solid choice out the gate in tier 2 if you don't quite know what to get and stuff. Weird Boy up for Hunter. Sub-Commander for Orks. Great at dealing with clumps of enemy infantry. Has some support abilities, doing a great special attack. That staff can shoot Orc magic stuff. I don't know what it is, but it hurts. There's this. Lictor Alpha. Is that pheromone up? That was. Debuffs you and allows you to reinforce. It's a really powerful accessory. Needs to be careful here. Doesn't want to drop models unnecessarily like that Ravener dying right there. Capillary Tower will now go down. They did get the node. I'm not sure if those generators were replaced or anything. Taking back the west side is Swift. East side, got some Noble Worship. We have some Disruption. We have the Warlock. Throwing some fire in amongst CSM and Heretics and stuff, which is bad news for those guys. A good old grenade barrage, but the red team seem to be able to push quite effectively here. Torpid went for a relatively light tier 1, maybe hoping the Force Commander could carry with the Storm Shield, but he went down on that power harass. And a teleporter pack, which suggests Torpid wants to get another weapon here. I mean, can you say no to a Thunderhammer in this situation? Look how much infantry there is. But get in there and do a whole bunch of stuff. There's the Warp Vomit from the Weird Boy. So freaking effective. Look at that. It's like a 5-6 second stun AoE. I always thought that ability was kind of bonkers. But it's, you know, I mean, there's a trick to using it. You got to get the timing down and stuff. And he is very energy intensive, this guy. The Foot of Gork was dodged with a big old retreat. Sluggers now flee. Force Commander flees. Are they going to go for the VP here? Havocs are out. As are the Plague Marines. It's Wraithguard for Adila. Triple cap for the blue team though. Zone Throat up for shoulder mount. Something sneaked back here. Was it the scouts? It must have been the scouts. Might see a grenade here. Might see grenades back and forth actually. Oh, they killed another marine. A bunch of tactical marines have gone down. I think they've lost like 5 models this squad. Don't typically see that. Typically you see them like hanging on to models when they've got 100 health and stuff. Autark might finish off the scout. Couldn't quite do it. Must have been pretty close, yeah, under 10 health. And she jumps back, uses a heal. And her, I think it's like a speed and a damage resist bonus. They've got the blue swirliness, although that might just be from her passive. When she jumps on them, their weapons start glowing and stuff. 383 to 211. Tier 3 for shoulder mounts. Swift, I imagine, is looking for a tier 3 and a Lehman Russ here to drop in or something. Zone Throat might get a pretty good shot here. Boom. Wasn't quite as flush as I thought. Stormtroopers being sneaky like. And Swift is going to get this west side back. I feel like red team could have pushed a little bit more there. Because Torpid still only has 3 units on the field. Could have been a little bit more aggressive maybe. Oh, but now Thunderhammer is in play, as is Artificer Armor and the Teleporter Pack, so you can get right into this Eldar back line and smash him around. It's up to the Weird Boy then to shut him down with the stun. Wraithguard do not care about suppression. They can do that to your Havocs. They were infiltrated, I believe, by the Rangers there with their Pathfinder gear. 358 to 211. Weird Boy chucking out his Orky magic stuff, and he's gone after the Orks as the Force Commander here and is tearing them apart. Those shooter boys are on a bad day. Weird Boy hit the Warp Vomit on the Chaos stuff. Tier 3 now for Swift, tier 3 for DarkHero. Hunter is floating quite a lot of resources here. Look at that. Should be going tier 3 or something. You know what? A Death Dread would have actually done really good work here. So would a Wraith Lord, of course, but I think Adila wants tier 3 now, I would say. Weird Boy's still doing some work. He's got his bigger brains. More health and over dare, which can set up some good plays. Looks like the red team are gonna withstand this blue team assault. Maybe they can get onto the power. Wraithguard do make short work of it. They've lost their Spirit Seer Warlock, but you can repurchase that in the field. What's going on west side? Turning red. Bunch of Tyranids flee. Some improvised explosives down. Rippers being put to good use out of the Capillary Tower there. Have they purchased a Carnifex already? I don't see any triangles on the map denoting a big old Carnifex. Explosive goes off, didn't quite hit. Lictor doesn't have any weapon upgrades, but he's doing some good work in melee. Smack. Look at the Rippers. They're going to try and bash power, I think. I wonder how long it takes Rippers to bash power. A while, I would think. 324 to 185. Are they going to bash power? They're just waiting around. I'm going to stand up on my little tails. Aren't they adorable? Got a webway here, and this is a health regen webway from the Warlock. Tier 3 all round though. Hunter can immediately get a knob spot on the field. And they did decap. I don't think they bashed though. Didn't want to mill around for too long, I suppose. Assault squad being turned into Vanguard veterans now. For Torpid, they will get power swords, a lightning claw, and a thunder hammer. Level 2 force commander, level 3 plague champion, armor of pestilence. Makes him quite tough. 600 hit points, an aura of decay, and immunity to weapon knockback. Oh, look at them. Go on, lads. Seems like about 6 or 7 damage per second to that generator. This is quite an awkward approach from the red team, having to go around this big shot blocker here. Got some Nurgle worship the other side of it, and a Chaos Predator Ethereal Slash being thrown in by Adila. Also has Cloak of Shadows and Warp Throw. No mark yet on the tank. Vanguard veterans jumping in. The Warp Vomit was decent, but that's a nasty noxious cloud from DarkHero. Gets the red team out of there. Can the blue team break out? Do they want to, or do they just want to sit on this? Sluggers with user choppers and Ard boys, but might need to flee. Yeah. Get out of there, fellas. I think they're going to survive. 100 hit points on the slugger knob. Down to 50. Looks like they are okay. Grenade didn't quite hit then from Torpid. But they pushed through onto the VP. What's going on over here? Showed them out. Took a while to get the Carnifex up. They lost a bunch of stuff along the way and had to reinforce, I guess. Lehman Russ with the Executioner for Swift. The anti-infantry loadout. Rapid firing, close range plasma cannon. It will damage vehicles. You just generally want a bit more range to go toe-to-toe with the tank. 257. 143. Knob squad is up for Hunter. Some of the shooter boys didn't get away. The looters went down somewhere too. Oh, they're right there, look, behind the tank. On that little assault they just tried. Here's the Carnifex. What's it gone for? Nothing yet. Starts off as a big melee beastie and is gone for the Thornback, which gives it more health and the ability to charge at you, which is quite terrifying. Can also spawn some Rippers to distract and tie things up. Can they get this VP back here? Red team are I mean, I was going to say they're reeling, but they have some decent armies. And here comes a Fire Prism for Adila. Knob squad is up and on the field for Hunter. Already have their Knob Beater, already have their hammers. They don't have Mina and Greenie yet though. Warboss with its enhanced custom shooter and heavy armor and boss pole. Haven't actually noticed him use shoot 'em good. Must have used it though. Like right in front of my face probably. Just didn't see it. Foot of Gork. Some friendly fire on the Warboss. Actually did quite a lot of damage there. I think he's going to have to run away now. Didn't use shoot 'em good on the Force Commander. Knob squad are being smacked around and they don't have the frenzy to shrug off the damage. Warboss, I think, is going to fall here. Have they done enough to get away? I think they have. Little Autark heal there from Elite. And it was enough. I don't know if they needed it. Creeping Garage. Force Commander does go down. Did a lot of work though. And here's User Choppers and Ard Boys on the Knob Squad. 2 buffs from the Warboss's global bar, and all of a sudden they're terrifying again. Vanguard veterans barely got away. Tactical Marines getting too close to them. That was a cool... I feel like you don't see Knobs do like special attacks all that often. Just saw a big overhand smash on those Tactical Marines there, I think. Maybe I'm just a dumbass and you always see it. Mina and Greener did just go in on those Knobs, but they ran away now. Fire Prism for Adila, long range fire support, west side. It's all red. Carnifex charging through one of his own capillary towers. It looks like a Tyranids formation went off here from shoulder mount. Great Unclean on the way for DarkHero. Land Raider Redeemer on the field, in fact, from Torpid. Oh, DarkHero got sloppy with their tank and down it goes. What was it? A Fire Prism shot maybe? The Wraith Guard or the Weird Boy? Looks like it was a misclick. Havoc's now being... That's a really long range attack, you know. Havoc's being annoyed by the Weird Boy. Here's your Land Raider Redeemer. Will allow all of the blue team's units to retreat back to it and reinforce if they set it as their retreat point. Which I imagine Swift won't, because it's in the middle, but DarkHero and Torpid will. DarkHero now down to just 2 units, but a Great Unclean one on the field. Blue team are up against it here. Triple cap for the Reds. They do have a VP deficit though. Zoanthrope does have this symbiosis to heal up the Carnifex if needed. There's a Warp Vomit. Do you have an Eldritch, Adila? I guess not. Lots of buffs here though. Autark is here. Just jumped into, and the boss pole of course doing its thing. But here's the push from the blues. Need to get that VP back of course. The Great Unclean one waddling around. Powerful combat unit. There's a big old Vomit coming in. That passively damages nearby enemies, and that was a frag assault too. Oh, Fire Prism has been got by double Catachans and their sneaky melter guns. 71 to 81. Double cap for the red team. Noxious Cloud doing some work. It's a good push by blue. Uh-oh. Smack, it wipes them. I was just going to say, that can wipe a setup team. You need to retreat when you see that thing. That was the Foot of Gork from the Weird Boy. He's done a hell of a lot of work here for Hunter. He's almost level 4. Cloud of Flies from the Great Unclean one, knocking stuff back. Doing damage of a time. Nob Squad are after it though, and they will tear it apart. They will. Especially with this Warboss buffs. Some disruption from the Heretics. And the Great Unclean one is a demon, as you may expect. So it does benefit greatly from worship. That did a lot of damage, that Vomit actually. And there's a Foul Snare. Yeah, sometimes the knockback on the Foul Snare is a little bit buggy. Something will be like knockback twice. It's almost as if it gets affected by its own domino knockback or something. It's really weird. Carnifex is over here now for some reason. Wants to fight some Catachans? Nope. Wary of what's ahead. Can't see what we can see. Warboss does not get away that time. Catachans found him. Can I please go over here? There we go. Oh, Land Raider's over here. So red team should push the mid. Land Raider and a Lehman Russ. It's very tight on this side. They've also got, is that a las cannon? It is a las cannon for Swift. Plasma attacks. I think they should definitely push through the mid. DarkHero does have another Chaos Predator. I don't know if that first one had a mark. Don't think it did. But maybe. Here's a Warp Throw. Chucking the Tactical Marines. Somehow they're still capping. It looks like the scouts have taken over anyway. That was weird. Destructor flying in. Don't think it killed, and I didn't kill a scout though. 54 to 63. Blue team have the 2-1, and they have a Land Raider on contested VP, which is a big deal. Do you have a nuke, Adila? Almost. Eldritch Storm here would be pretty awesome. So would a Rocks actually, but Hunter's been using his red for the Nob Squad and stuff, I imagine. And his global buffs and stuff. Is that a creeping barrage? It is a creeping barrage from Swift. Really well timed as well. And there's the Eldritch. It's really well hit, but is there going to be anything left to follow it up? Doesn't look like it. Assault Terminators coming in from Torpid. With the Thunderhammers and Storm Shields, these guys are unique to the Force Commander. Going to get a loadout with Lightning Claws for tearing apart infantry, but they want to take on the vehicle armored Carnifex, so they're sticking with the Thunderhammers for now. And they will wear it down. They're tough as hell, as you may expect. Force Commander and the Vanguard Veteran smacking around the Autark, but she is quick. She's out of there. Maybe the Carnifex has the charge once he gets around this corner, he can charge away maybe. 54 to 20. They are making moves on this VP. It's some commandos, and these guys do have have a faster capping trait, or they're not capping anymore. They are fighting the Predator, and this is a Nurgle Predator, so it's tough as hell. Great and Clean One's fighting some knobs. Might go down. I think, in fact, they will go down. Maybe. If they move now, perhaps they can get away, but they're having so much fun in there. 54 to 8. There's a Cloud of Flies, the Plague Champion now with his Plague Fist. Level 6. So much death from this Great Unclean One. Wow. The Ob Squad barely got out of there. Great Unclean One is going to explode on death. That's going to kill those Raveners if they don't move. I think they're far enough away now. And it healed those Catachans, but they're not going to get away anyway. 42 to 8, so they got the VP, but at what cost? Hunter lost a lot. DarkHero is down to a single tank, but they can drop a nuke. And they have... Oh, did they just get Terminators in? Yeah, just got Terminators in, so now can't drop a nuke. Here they are. Going on the red team's natural now. Swift over here. Got Leman Russ, we got a Nurgle Predator, down goes the Carnifex. You really only get 60 red for a Carnifex, that seems quite low to me. Bear in mind the Tyrant Guard gives you 50. Yeah, red team might be... Oh, yeah, I was going to say red team might be broken, but the blue team had the double cap. And they get the victory. Land Raider made a big difference. The push from Hunter and some of shoulder mount stuff through the mid there. Couldn't quite hold it. Commandos were trying to get a decap, but the Plague Champion was here. Level 7, this guy. Level 6 Force Commander, level 7 Lord General. Did well on the west side. Shoulder mount put up a lot of pressure there, but the Leman Russ really helped stabilize. Level 4 Lictor Alpha, level 4 Warlock, and a level 3 Warboss. Did have the Power Claw at the end. There you have it, guys. It was a fun one. It was a close one, down to 35 VPs. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.